Say it, money. I don't think that's what he wanted to say, Scubas.
Coward.
I think he saw your face and chickened out.
I got the notification. The Woven Tale episode 4.
All right. Well, so what's the plan now, lads?
Well, I'm assuming we're gonna wake up the morning after our long rest.
Yes.
Firstly, where am I?
To the top right of Slime Wife.
All right, amazing. I was not pulled into the thing.
Thing.
What's wrong with the thing?
What thing, money?
Like, I don't know what thing you're talking about. You talking about Slime Wife? How dare you call Slime Wife a thing?
Oh my god, I am trying here.
Trying out what? There's no thing. What thing?
Abuse.
Look, man, to a man that will fuck basically anything, calling it a thing is not that much of an insult.
Okay,
What if
buddy.
it's non-binary?
I can smell that statement.
Smell the bullshit.
Look, man, if it's non-binary, it's technically correct to call it a thing.
I think it's more correct to call it a statue right now.
Yes, queen. I'm non-binary, actually. Yes, thing.
Yes, Your Majesty.
So, money, how'd you scar that face up? Like, I know it's been like that for a long time, but how'd you do it?
In what context are you asking this?
Your character.
Didn't you lose like half of your face?
What are you talking about? It's always been like this.
Yeah, but like, it could always be like that, but what made it like that? What'd you do?
What do you mean what I did?
Did you stick your head in the
nothing.
fireplace?
I did nothing. It was always like this.
Yeah, it just came out of the pussy like that?
From what I know, yeah. Not like there's a false hydra-like creature.
I don't know what all you can say, so be careful, Mike.
I know. As soon as I said it, I looked at Scubas to see what his reaction would be.
Okay. I don't know how much YouTube can take, bro. So just be careful.
Hey, Alma, for somebody who was literally on fire, you look like a burn victim.
I'm like, he's always looked like a burn victim. I don't know what you're talking about.
I never said that. I said you look like a burn
You're
victim
calling me
after your
black!
face is gone.
All right. I mean,
like, canonically, that is your skin color. That is you right there. Ashen black, like charcoal.
Yeah, that is true. Why are you angry about being called what you are?
He has no response.
Something wrong?
Bro's unnecessarily angry? Ain't no way.
You know what?
I thought you Genasi's were proud of your elemental heritage.
So I physically can't put him outside the border, otherwise I keep losing him. So I'm gonna keep him here. But he's my guy walked off for now. He went on a walk.
Mm-hmm. I think Scubas is being bothered at the moment.
Yeah.
Never mind.
I'm glad to see I missed nothing. Money's getting smited.
What?
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 Anyway, Money, you gonna do anything about getting your ring back?
Bro lost his ring.
I think I'm fine for now.
Why?
Yeah, remember
I'm like, you launched
he
your
shot
ring.
it
You
off
just forgot to grab it
into,
last night.
God knows where.
It's not like your ring's being held by anything important, right? Landed somewhere, so worst case scenario, you get pulled over to that somewhere.
True.
Curious. But what's crack-a-lackin', Scoovis?
Why are you asking me
What's
this?
happen? I'm just asking what's happening in the nation right now. Like, what is there?
But you keep asking what's happening in the nation as if like your character would know anything. You've done nothing but stare at Slime Wife, and then like not get your ring back. You've just woken up. Why would you know anything different?
Did anyone else wake up?
I did. I went on a walk.
You were literally talking with the others earlier.
Trevius.
Of course they woke up.
Trevius.
Hey.
Trevius.
Huh?
Get the citizens of Taria that we took from over there and get them to start building. We need to rebuild again. Might as well put the citizens we got
Okay,
from that situation to
virus.
use. Okay. And let me ask you something. Where are you going to contain the virus if there are no buildings to self-isolate?
There's the Boldarian cave system.
True. How is Boulder actually?
Boulder
One of
never
you
actually
should go
evacuated.
down there.
I would go down there, but I am afraid that upon going down there, Boulder would look at me and try to crack me. Unintentionally or intentionally. I don't know.
Wait, what's down there?
Someone give him the lore on Boulder. Boulder and Rocktholomew, the 347th.
Yeah.
You're so
Look,
right.
Boulder,
many now?
He's gone through a few Rocktholomews.
look, man, he keeps breaking rock columns, dude.
It's a very long lineage.
It has to be one of you guys. I can't fucking fit down there.
I guess
Is no one
I'll
gonna
go.
give Mike the rundown on Boulder?
So
Oh, yeah.
basically, Boulder is this guy who came into our nation who was carrying a big boulder, and now he lives underground in the mountain with a bunch of just rocks.
Not in the mountain. He took over the cave system.
Oh, he took over the cave system. Yeah, the one that Lesnay made, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, he took over the cave system that Lesnay made, which is a different person. We'll get to him eventually. And he's basically been working there, building an underground city, amongst other things. That's
Is he
the
violent?
TLDR.
Boulder's
He's a
chill
citizen.
guy.
He's a chill guy.
Okay.
Do not eat him.
Wow. Okay. Oh, fuck it. I'll go down.
I'll go with you, just in case.
I'll be there just in case he tries to smash you.
Yeah. Last thing any of us need is for Boulder to throw a boulder at one of us.
Speaking of throwing a
To be
boulder,
fair,
as you guys enter the Boldarian cave system, immediately a large boulder is rolled up towards the entrance,
To block it?
and you see it has like a goofy face drawn onto the front of it that's like staring right at you, and you hear what seems to be Boulder trying to do some sort of voice from behind the other boulder. No visitors allowed.
Mm,
Hey, Boulder. What do you mean?
I am
no
not
visitors
Boulder.
allowed? Who are you then?
I am Boulderer.
You're Boulder? Your name is Boulder.
Yes.
So is this Baldur's Gate?
Yes.
Okay, fascinating. Well, Boulder. Could we speak to Boulder?
No.
And why not?
No visitors allowed.
Why?
Told to evacuate.
Yeah,
Bulgaria
me,
under
Soma.
lockdown.
it's me, Soma. I'm a nation leader. I'm coming
I
here
don't
to
know
talk to you
Soma.
about the situation. I'm going.
Do you know the big guy Drivius?
Boulder only listen to Boulder. Let Boulder call Boulder. Oh, Boulder!
Boulder.
And then like you see like you see Boulder kind of like roll to the side of it, and out comes like Boulder, who in his many months of having resided only in the caves, his like facial hair and bodily hair has begun to consume his entire body.
Could use a shave there, my boy.
Be right back.
Okay.
What bring
Hey,
religious
Boulder?
leader Soma here to Boulder? Boulder do have question. Boulder recently take religious leader Ivan Boulder tunnel for Boulder's sake. Bulgaria need many
Wait,
space
what?
to grow. What happened to religious leader Ivan? Boulder is curious.
We don't talk about that. Whew, I forget we're on stream. We don't talk about him anymore. For various reasons.
Was I that vampire guy?
He was gonna kill all
Yeah,
Advanced
Ivan was
Gardists
a
and all of-
vampire guy, yep. That's for sure.
Boulder. Ivan is no longer affiliated with us because he was going to harm the nation of Avant-Gardist and your Baldarian citizens. He is an enemy.
You see him kind of like turn behind him to look, and there's like some mix of emotions that go on his face before returning to normal. Okay.
That it? You don't care to know about what was gonna happen or what the guy was gonna do to your Baldarian citizens?
Boulder asked not what happened in Avant Gardist. Boulder only care about Baldarian safehood.
He was threatening the safehood of all Baldarians and Avantians.
Hmm.
Yeah, that's why he's no longer like affiliated with us, and that's why he's gone now.
You see him
We don't know
like
exactly why.
you see him like starts like huffing and puffing. He like raises his hand and smack them to like his side, hitting Boulder, which just crumples Boulder into like a fine dust. No! Boulderer! Ivan first tried to attack Bulgaria. Now Ivan kill Boulderer! Boulder cannot stand for this.
He's a little confused, but he got the spirit.
Where religious leader Ivan? Boulder must speak.
He's no longer here. How do I describe what happened to him? He turned into a ball and disappeared alongside everything belonging to him. And then we went to war with this entity called the Blood Herald, who
So Boulder here, Ivan, roll away. Is correct?
yes, he rolled away.
Boulder send Bulgarian scouts to find.
Good. Keep us updated in case you
see him like pull
You get
out
anything
a
from your
slingshot
scouts.
from the side, and he has these like pebbles in a pile with like faces drawn on them. And you see him like start slingshotting these little pebbles into the distance. Boulder has sent Boldarian spies or scouts. They spies too. Yes.
We're so thankful to have somebody as capable as Boulder and his Boldarians. Thank you, Boulder.
Boulder must thank you for letting Boldarian stay at Avantians.
I think I just want to walk by him and see what's inside the cave.
This is
Who
our
is new Avantians?
I'm sorry. What was your name again?
I'm called.
Oh yeah, this is Elcard. He kind of showed up after the war out of nowhere, but he seems chill. Although we're gonna have to run him through some background checks later.
Alright,
Boulder
just
like
down the
walks
hall.
up and kind of like inspects Alucard. Religious leader Soma sure. Alucard, not Ivan.
You know, he does look a little like him, but not all vampires are the same. That would be quite racist.
Glad you said it because I was about to.
Who is this racist you speak of?
And being racist is a quality unfit for such a civilized group of
Oh,
Baldarians.
yeah. Did someone join call?
It was
No,
bloody.
no,
It was just
Oh,
it was
blood.
Lucas who
God
just
damn it!
left.
Hold on. I gotta shift things around a bit.
If Tinkerbell was a man, he'd be called Twinkerbell.
I don't want to.
Okay,
Every
money.
time you open your mouth, you anger me more.
All right. Well, Boulder, I guess is your name. Care if I come in to take a look?
Boulder asks religious leader Soma if Alucard trustworthy.
I look at Alucard. And I turn to Boulder and I just tell Boulder, I mean, so far he hasn't done anything, so
I was gonna say,
Until-
I mean, so far I haven't done anything but steal a ring off of that guy over there.
yeah, that was quite funny. Well,
Money, what the hell are you doing?
What am I doing?
I just look up and I see your arm going up and down.
I'm using. I recently bought one of those weight shakers, so I'm using that.
Weight shaker, you say?
Yeah, like those weights that like shake and stuff. You know. That
Also
shake a
money.
lot.
So you can do the weight shaker, huh? The weight shaker.
Yes. So then, with
Yeah, but
Soma.
he seems chill. It's fine.
So then, can I come in?
Boulders show many new chambers of Boldarian technology. First,
Nice.
and like you follow him a bit. First, Boulders show Grand Civic Center, where Boldarians hold meetings, open mic nights, and perform interpretive rumbling. Very good
fascinating.
acoustics. And like he like opens the door, which is all the doors are just like boulders too. And so you like
Wait!
you see him like push aside the excuse me, boulder.
Scoobas, I just realized
Boulder,
something.
I like your doors.
Yes, money.
Scoobas, I just realized something. Boulder is quite literally Grug.
He He does say rhymes with boulder.
And all of his entrances and doors are boulders, which in the movie was the door to their cave.
I did kind of get inspiration in some of his mannerisms.
I
just wasn't ready
have
for the
an
Croods to get like super popular all of a
idea!
sudden, man. The Croods was such a nice movie.
It was a
It
really
was.
nice movie.
And like in there you see it's like a giant kind of like circular round chamber where there's a bunch of rocks and different seats. Within the middle, there's two other moderately sized boulders, kind of just staring at each other with their faces carved in. And Boulder like shushes you. Be very quiet. Acoustics so perfect you can hear thoughts arguing with each other. As you see like one of the boulders sort of like start rolling backwards for one reason or another. Seems we have another drama queen. Come, Boulder show you other place. And so you see this little area with some like flowing lava. Boulder call this the spa. Rhymes with boulder.
Holy shit, it's Jose. Hello.
Hey Jose. Boulder had great idea to provide recreational place for Boulderians. Unfortunately, Boulder not know how use. Observe. And you see like Boulder begin to like walk over to the vein of flowing lava. He like dips his toe in. You see him like fucking perform the cartoon. Money, make the noise.
Which one?
The one that the Tom and Jerry scream. Basically that.
Jose, are you making an apology video?
Are you okay, Boulder? Is everything all right?
Boulder is fine. Boulder is strong. Boulder just not strong enough to use Spa. Boulder is yet to make Spa truly rhyme with Boulder.
And how do you make that spa truly rhyme with Boulder?
Hey, Boulder, is there any source of water nearby?
Bro's gonna make obsidian.
Ah. Boulder see Alucard looking for the good, great stuff. Boulder show. And you see what looks to be this like square area of just like stalls and markets. Boulder show you to Market Square. And he walks up to like one of the boulders with what looks to be somehow stuck on like rocks to make hair. Boulder wished to ask Boulderian if Boulderian have goods. And then you see Boulder like quickly rush around to be behind the other rock. Yes, Boulderian have many goods. What Boulder looking for? You see Boulder run around the stall again. Boulder looking for the drink consumable. Is something the matter, Money?
I did not expect you to say that.
Did not expect me to say what?
The drink consumable.
That's just Boulderian speak. Anywho. And so Boulder runs behind the Boulderian. Oh, Boulder need drink consumable. Boldarian have many great good consumable to drink. And you see like Boulder kind of put out this like cup that looks like it's a weird thing. It's you can vaguely tell it's a cup, yet for some reason it's not circular. It's more of a jagged brick of a cup with what looks to be Boulder's fist marks down at the bottom as if he had just punched it to hollow it out. And inside is some sort of murky, watery liquid with like sediments all in it. And so Boulder runs around. Boulder come again. Boldarian have many good, great, consumable drink. And he picks it up, turns to Alucard. Boulder have gotten Alucard drink consumable for you.
I reach out and take it.
It's very taste flavor.
Well, I'm pretty sure I've drank worse. I throw it back.
Throw what back?
Tastes kind of rocky.
You throw it back?
The drink consumable, I just throw it back. You know I drink
Okay,
it.
the drink consumable. All right. You throw it back towards Boulder.
Okay.
What happened to Cody?
Cody got kicked the
He was inactive too long.
Shit. Well,
Yeah,
I don't throw it back at Boulder. I just throw it back and drink it.
hold on. I'm reshifting the... that'll work for now. Anyway. As you throw the drink back, Boulder's just standing there in like an All Might pose. As the drink just like shatters on his chest. Okay.
What?
So Boulder, question for you: if you can't take the what'd you call it? Your hot spring? Or
Boulder call it
what?
Lava Fall Lounge. In rhyme with Boldarian.
You're not able to
Apologies.
really enjoy it much. Have you ever thought about maybe introducing some water in a sense? Make it a steam room?
God damn it, I have to shift everything over since Cody's back.
Nah, sorry.
Yeah, that should work. Alright, anyway. Boulder dare not use drink consumable here. Very precious rare. Come, Boulder show you next stage. And
Next
you
stage.
he leads you away to this like sort of theater. And inside of it is once again more Boldarians all seated down with suspiciously 3 empty seats that you all sit down around. And so you watch as the play begins, and by begins, simple boulders just rolled out. Got a goofy face drawn onto it. Big smile, large dimples, humongous eyes. Ugh. Stand-up comedy night. Bonnie,
Yes.
do you have anything to say?
About what?
Okay. Okay.
Mm.
Looks like you had trouble drinking that, Cody. Was your drink consumable good?
Hold on. It's something I found on Twitter. Let me
Oh,
send
boy.
it D&D.
Oh boy.
So, Cody, got a question for you.
Yeah.
Your people that you've rescued from your uncle, I believe.
Yeah.
I said that in English, like in D&D.
Would you say that your race is more brawn than brain? Genuine question, not character question.
Hey, mute my
I
mic
would-
and watch this video he sent.
Hold on. I could already see the smile. Never mind, that's a frown. Well, maybe a smile. Struggling with that one, huh?
Is this like a Christian stream you sent? Why did it cut to Jesus?
The guy is like a devout Christian. So people troll him by sending him videos like that. SpongeBob will never do the rump shaker. Stop.
To answer your question, Mike, I would probably assume more brawn than brains. But
All brawn over brain. Those with brains
Like-
over brawn get horrifically like bullied.
But like, I didn't want to say there couldn't be brains over brawn because, like,
I just meant like more like basic trait, not like intelligence wise. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Because they could be smarter later down.
yeah. Like that's what I was trying to say. Like, they could get smarter. But knowing Scubus with it,
Yeah. Is there something wrong, Cody?
they could get smarter. Or knowing Scubus, he would stun lock him.
Generations of killing the smart ones.
Cody just made it out somehow.
My intelligence stat is a flat.
You know, money or not money. Sorry, I keep thinking of money when it comes to intelligence. Cody had to get taught to read. He was completely illiterate at one point. He couldn't even speak. Like, oh, we're on.
Yeah, something happened to me, and basically my intelligence got dumbed down to like a 5. So one of the characters, because like Scuba's had some stuff going on, so we didn't play for a month. That entire fucking month was either us working in D&D and one of Jose's characters at the time teaching me how to read and do everything again.
All right, Drivius. What does this word say? No, Drivius. No, Drivius. No.
So what's going on underground? What's going on underground right now? Yeah.
I'm just being given a tour.
They're watching Boulderian stand-up comedy. Boulder's not having a fun time.
Is it because I apparently threw a drink on him?
No, he just doesn't like stand-up comedy. Doesn't rhyme with Boulder.
Hey Boulder, are
Hmm.
you good at making stuff?
Yo, mama.
Repeat that.
Are you good at making stuff, Boulder?
Boulder not make much. Everything you see, all made by Boulderians. Is Jose in like FNAF? Like what's that noise?
Huh? I was disassociating. Huh? What did I miss? Boulder? Huh?
I'm
Anywho.
asking Boulder if you're good at making stuff.
And he responded with Boulder not make many thing made by Boulderian. Boulder not craft make good.
Look at the Twin Peaks peeking out of the shirt.
God damn it, Cody.
But Boulder,
Why are you trying not to laugh, Scubas? What's up, man?
but Boulder, I thought you were a
What'd you
learned
say?
craftsman.
Boulder crafting skill go down. Boulder now chief. Boulder have to care for many Boulderian. And you see like Boulder like kind of like lean backwards, cover his mouth on his face as he like picks up one of the Boulderians in their seats. Boulder make great chief. Many Boulderian like Boulder.
I'm so glad we got Boulder.
I like you too, Boulder. You're a good guy. You're a good chief. A great chief, even.
Boulder, thank you.
I was
way-
Boulder.
By the way, Boulder, out of curiosity, have you dealt with the hole?
Ooh, what hole?
You don't want to know. You don't want to smell it.
Boulder, what'd you do with the hole?
Oh,
But Boulder,
What's in the hole, Boulder?
Boulder show Alucard Boulderian throne.
oh,
And he leads you to this giant, like, Aztec style pyramid. Where at the very top of it lies a giant throne with a hole in the middle. This where boulders sit. And a boulder gets many important things done here. Such as shit crap. Come, Boulder show you collection chamber.
I hope you're resistant to poison and necrotic.
Boulder,
That shit's gonna be like chemical warfare.
all this is
As much as that sounds fantastic, I think I need to go back outside. I think I left something out there.
Listen, man, you came all this way. You might as well see Boulder's most
Boulder insists.
Extravagant
Collection chamber
collection.
very important. Soma seem to enjoy collection chamber. It's very good, great.
Let's put a pin in that for now, Boulder.
No. Listen. You came all the way down here. How many times? How many are fortunate to be able to come to Boulderia and say that they have seen the great collection chamber of Boulder?
Boulder, I'll make you a deal. I'll come back later on and I'll bring you a present.
Alucard can bring Boulder present later. Come, Boulder show
Okay.
collection chamber. And he starts like walking towards the collection chamber.
By the way, all of Soma's laughing was in character.
Hold on.
Every single ounce of Soma's laughter was in character, by the way.
Alright. As you walk down to the collection chamber, which is basically just at the back end of the sort of pyramid structure, is another door. And he begins to push it open, and the scent hits you before it can even, well, not creak open, but roll open. As Soma has smelled this before, but Alucard, to you, just an invisible fist of humid, festering air just claws its way up your nostrils. It's thick and palpable, as though the stench itself has mass and intention to fuck you up. Imagine, like, the aroma of rotting meat left out in the sun for days, mingled with, like, the ripe sweetness of an overripe banana left in a wet compost. And then add in the sharp ammonia tang of, like, stale urine with a stinging, like, acidic biting at your, like, sinuses. Come. Boulder show you inside. You see as, like, Boulder, gets his Boulderian nose plugs, which is just two small rocks he shoves up his nose. And as you follow him inside, the heat in there only amplifies everything. The stone walls sweat with moisture and old filth, exhaling months of boulder history. A sort of syrupy fog of methane and decay hovers just above this sort of like large pool-looking area.
Methane?
And this large pool-looking area is meant to be the collection chamber. Inside this
Did
room...
you say methane? Give us.
Yeah.
Did you say methane?
No.
Methane
no.
check.
Wait.
I mean, technically, I could
Someone
be
light a
talking
match
to
in here!
Nah, I was thinking more of a 13mm shell.
Alucard? No. Listen. Calm down.
I don't think I'd ever be allowed back because there's no way that's.
But yeah,
Got a
so this
chemical
pool...
bomb the size of the SAR
So the
bomber
syrupy
down there.
fog of methane and decay hovers just above the like pool itself, curling around like lazy ghosts. There's a sort of sourness to it, as if like spoiled milk had fermented in a garbage chute, only deeper, more primal.
This is the most I've seen Scooby go into detail in a hot fucking minute.
Nope, I turn around and walk right back out.
Underneath
nope,
that, as you try to walk on out, Boulder's large frame
No,
blocks
no,
the door.
no,
Come,
no.
Boulder, show you inside collection chamber.
I turn around and walk out at a very brisk pace, going nope, till I reach
He
the
cuts
outside.
in between you and blocks the exit with his large frame.
There's only one exit.
Ah.
I use vampiric teleportation and get around him.
You teleport out. Boulder looks confused. Boulder looks over to Soma. Perhaps Alucard, not like homebrew smell.
He can't
It's okay.
appreciate.
Everyone come with own brew. Not that everyone enjoy the Bartholomew perfume.
Perfume!
I go over to. Oh wait, why is there a beehive on the map? I just noticed that.
Don't worry about it.
What's the beehive?
You'll meet them later.
Tree.
The bee.
You'll meet the bees later.
Actually, how are the bees?
All right. Well then, I go over.
They're
and
they're
get the
dying.
ring
A
back
lot of
and
them
Drivius.
died.
Oh.
So, hey Drivius, you know that ring I gave you? Can I get that back real quick?
Whoa.
Mhm.
Wait, how far out did he teleport?
Well, I teleported beyond him and just fucking left.
He just walked away, so for him some time passed. For you, you're still with Boulder.
Okay, well, Boulder. Now that I'm here, I'm not one to mince words. So let's get up on business real quick. How's the gems that I?
Oh, Boulder
was
do many
asking you?
business here.
How's the gem business?
Let's Boulder check. And you see him like lean over into the pool and get in about like elbow deep in there. And he like kind of swirls his hand in there around. And what's religious leader Soma looking for?
Show me the whole collection of gems.
Boulder currently unable to show full collection due to Boulder buildup. But okay, Cody, wasn't that funny? Buddy, what the fuck?
I'm contemplating going to your house, go and beating the ever-living shit out of you.
Why? The collection chamber's been a thing. Boulder eats rocks.
This has been a thing for a
Here's
while now.
the issue. If anything else, you give us like a small description. Why in the fuck are you suddenly turning into Shakespeare to explain this collection chamber?
You want to? Okay, you want to know the real reason? You want to know the real reason? I have a lot of experience describing foul smells and shit. Want to know why?
Senyenya.
That's certainly an idea.
Money.
The silence speaks volumes.
The silence is deafening. Truly deafening.
I'm not saying money's the
Cody,
full reason why I've learned how to perfectly be able to describe such fetid smells, but
The fact that you have to include the fact, not the full reason, still implies that he is a reason.
anyway, Boulder show you this. And Boulder pulls out this sort of like golden nugget of sorts, like some sort of amber with a perfectly preserved hornet inside of it.
Ooh, cool.
And he like pulls it and shoves it in front of your face, and then like it does special thing when shaken. And he starts violently shaking his hand, still covered in shit, by the way, in the boulder buildup,
Okay.
and it starts buzzing.
Ooh.
Boulder would like to show full purpose, but one-time use only.
Could you describe it without using it?
Pain. Not to be done inside of collection room. Boulder not want to do that again.
You know what?
Boulder did that before. Very pain hurt.
You know what, Boulder? That's fine. What else you got to show me? Cody, please keep track of these and write them down somewhere. I'm like busy doing something right now with my
Alright,
hands.
Boulder hands you the boulder buildup covered amber sting.
I'm gonna. Can I just? I can't cast cantrips, can I?
You can cast cantrips.
Will it hurt me?
No,
Can I cast them safely?
you can cast them safely.
I'm carrying this with Mage Hand. I'm not touching this.
Okay.
Like in my mind, he tried to like hand this on my arms, and I just like stepped back, but quickly tried to grab it with Mage Hand before it hit the ground.
Oh, hey, Jervis, can I get that ring back from you?
Why?
Just because.
Didn't I reclaim that ring?
No.
Boulder
You
then
didn't.
proceeds to start pulling out some like similar looking stones and just throwing them in your general direction at you.
Thank you, Jervis.
Can I roll a
Shield!
dexterity?
Cool. I'm gonna reclaim the ring Alucard has.
I don't. Stop throwing them, Boulder. Stop throwing.
No.
Down, boy.
Boulder stops
Calm
throwing, he
down.
starts pointing them out. Boulder here, religious leader Soma in Big Large Drivius go on drink consumable expedition.
Drink consumable expedition.
Boulder see that religious leader Soma and others of Avant Godist
Mhm.
made large thingamabobble to go on drink consumable adventure. So Boulder hand Crystal Lung, rhyme with Boulder. And you see this
Crystal
like frosted icy white gem that like each one sort of shaped like a lung, which is meant to be sort of crushed and consumed to allow breathing in underwater and toxic environments for a bit.
Fascinating. Where did you find these?
In there, and he points at the collection chamber.
Oh. Out of curiosity, have you found these in Have you found these in the earth or in the collection?
Boulder know all thing in collection chamber come from the earth. Boulder just eats a lot.
All right, so
So it would
Great, good, big, large, Drivius. Help Boulder eat more. So Boulder eat, consume more.
I just get to a startling realization.
all of these
Boulder is just like Rayquaza, bro.
Who?
Just like Rayquaza, bro. He fucking
Fucking
keeps
Boulder?
eating fucking yeah.
Yeah.
He keeps eating the fucking rocks, and then somehow it's gonna get like a mega evolution form, bro.
Bro.
Sooner or later, he's going to get an upgrade.
Bro,
He
I'ma
just
keep
needs
it-
to find the right rock. Anyways, Scubas, the ring Alucard
Boulder starts
has,
evolving, and then like one of the Boulderians asks Boulder, "You're looking like a Grog." Grog. Boulder like
funny. Hold on. There's a reason I have it. Hold on. I'm gonna put it to use.
can't use my rings.
Bro.
I'm gonna have you help me.
So
Just
it
hold
would
on.
not be.
Well,
It would
give it
not
back.
be. It wouldn't
You
be.
can get it back after. Just hold on.
All of these
You
are
just
processed
Bring
Boulderian
that
goods.
ring back to me, Scubas.
Oh, they've been processed, all right.
These are all processed Boulderian goods.
They've been processed, all right.
I mean,
By the way, Scubas, I walked back down to meet Boulder in the collection chamber.
Okay.
How are you traveling so
Scubas?
quick?
Scubas, I'd
I
like
move
to
fast.
bring that ring back to me. I've already said this like 5 times already.
So you're gonna pull the
I
ring
stole
back to
from
you?
last session.
Yeah, the one Alucard has, bring it
Okay.
back.
Then before Alucard, before you get back to the mine, you feel the ring start pulling. Do you resist or let it take you, or do you let go?
Tempted to see what happens if I hold on.
All right. As you continue to hold on, make a strength saving throw.
Uh, 23.
Money, who was so confident that the ring would just come back to him, gets sent flying towards Alucard.
Damn.
Basically, he was just like, "Ring, come back to me."
I see.
Yeah, at least you're going to your ring.
So yeah, now you're just flying towards Alucard. You see him coming to like view distance.
Hold up.
Being that the ring is in my hand, if I just put my hand out, is he gonna get punched?
Yeah, he's flying towards the ring. So
Oh, tempted. But no. I wait for him to come to an abrupt stop in front of me.
Ome Alma
Okay.
approaching Alucard. I sent a GIF in D&D.
Yeah, basically.
You got that money, you can tank.
I was actually gonna ask if I can have Trevin the Accursed, like kind of like guard me.
You're gonna have to pause for a bit, because since Alucard is a bit like timeline wise ahead, since he spent time walking out. So we're gonna cut back to Boulder and Soma.
Curiosity, what would I have? Would I have to roll to try and catch him so that he's not face planting into anything and getting injured?
Basically, yeah. All right.
Right.
Back to you,
what
Soma.
would I? What would I
You don't
roll?
have to roll anything yet.
Not yet. Okay.
Boulder noticed religious leader Soma is seeming uncomfortable. Boulder solve all problem in Boldaria. Religious leader Soma in Boldaria. Boulder solve issue. As you like see him like walk up and like using the boulder build-up hand firmly grasps the jewels out of the mage hand and sort of plops them on the ground. As you see him use his other hand, his left hand, to basically just carve out like a stone crate.
Dang, you're built different. Okay.
That's how everything he's done down here is without tools. He's reaching the point where he can just swim in the stone.
Senior Pink.
And so he lifts it.
Senor Boulder.
Boulder fill up for you. As you see him like begin to fill up the crate with random amounts of boulder buildup. And you see him like sort of like tilted a bit to get some of the extra buildup off and to keep only the gems in there. It does not get rid of all the boulder buildup. Come, Boulder help carry this outside for religious leader Summer.
Thank you. Before we do go outside, though, could we, what happened to the mayor?
Mirror very sad event. Boulder watching favorite mirror show. Very good, great show. Then mirror just fracture crack. Boulder not know why. Boulder very sad.
We'll get
Boulder
you
not
a new
even
one,
get to
bud.
finish season of Senyanya.
We'll get you a
Boulder
new
wanted
one.
to finish seeing development of Blackjack's kids. Though sometime Boulder have hard time hearing. Boulder have to read lips. Blackjack only have beak. Very hard to read. But if religious leader someone know how, if Boulder can watch more of Sanyanya, Boulder much appreciate knowledge.
Add that one to the checklist of requests for the treaty. New mirror for Boulder.
Oh, speaking of treaty, that is something we need to discuss, huh?
Yeah, that is something we very much need to discuss. Because that is they straight up broke the treaty by sending us a Geneva non-friendly weapon.
Biological weapon.
Yeah. We'll get to that. We'll get to that eventually. We have more pressing matters to deal with right now, such as rebuilding the place that we live in.
Yeah, but the courtroom would take, like, the court case wouldn't take that long.
Why? Because there's just no evidence that they could do to like defend themselves in a court.
Well, also because in game time, excluding travel, like, how long could a court case possibly take against this? Like, let's be real here.
For their side or for our side?
Just period, honestly.
Black, is it or is it not true that you make slime wife? No. Case closed.
Basically.
We just have Molimo cast liar pants on fire again.
No, I didn't make Slime Wife. And then it's just the Markiplier gif of everything lighting ablaze.
Connection terminated.
That's basically how it would go.
Well, well, Boulder, do keep giving me these stones if you come across more. Greatly appreciated. Is there, actually, now that we're here in the middle of conversation, can I, like, Do I see any pink spots on Boulder?
No, Boulder has actually not left this cave at all. So, and Omealma's actually no one's really gone to the cave ever since, ever. Last time someone was in these caves that was an actual person was Trivius, and that was way before Slime Wife.
Yes.
Are you sure it wasn't me who was the last one down there? Because I remember like having this conversation with the gems before.
Yeah, but then Cody went down after you,
Oh, he did. Okay.
and this
I
was
had a
before
rock
Cody.
shoved in my ankle.
Yeah, he had the. Boulder, you got anything that can help me out, man? Like, Achum needs an upgrade. And then Boulder just stabbed him and shoved rocks in his like shins.
I got you, bro.
The rocks came straight from the collection chamber too.
So Trivia straight up has shit in his knees.
Yeah, checks out.
Trivia's comment on that.
It gave me healing,
Fair enough.
and then got taken away.
I'll be right back.
Well, we'll get you a new mirror, buddy. Don't worry, you shall finish your season of Sanyanya. We can also get you a new one installed so you can watch more than just Sanyanya.
Sorry that I'm not paying attention to my. I am hearing. I'm just not replying as Boulder because I'm right now actually making the Discord category right now live. Which one of the
do you mean?
Senyanyans just DM'd me about? It seems.
What do you mean, Discord category?
Courtroom.
Oh, you just made the courtroom. Okay.
What you got there, money?
In session witness stand.
Your money, what you got there?
Food.
What'd you make?
Fried rice.
Sounds
You're
good.
telling me you're telling me that
No.
You're telling me
Sure,
money
fried
fried that rice?
money fried rice.
You're telling me a gingerbread this man?
The bread blue?
I
Yeah.
really want to see
They usually
what
do that.
happens to money. Money, I'm really interested to see what happens to you flying at me.
Either you're about to get decked, or you're both gonna kiss on contact.
I mean, I did say I'm gonna roll to catch him.
You're gonna see a giant flaming beast. Actually, you can't even see my stand-up. Never mind.
Well, that's right, because money's stands are all schizophrenia based. That's a sentence.
I mean, I'm trying to catch you so you don't take damage. Seeing as now I have you flying at Mach whatever at me.
I won't take damage. You will.
Although money, I'd set state. I like the fact that it's a brute force capture ring in my hand.
Don't worry, money. We'll get you your other ring eventually. We'll get around to it.
Either I go to it, or it's gonna take me to it. Sooner or later, that timer's ticking down, and it's gonna send me flying.
I mean, besides opening the portal trying to get it, why don't you just try to have it return the same way you just tried having this one return?
He did.
He did. It did not budge.
Did he? I only remembered him trying to open a portal a bunch of times.
No, he tried to have it return.
It didn't return.
Think about the rings. Either the rings return to me, or I return to the rings. No exceptions.
Okay, I gotta know. Okay, you have what, 6 arms? Does every arm have a ring on it? Like a collection?
Only have one preferred.
So wait, money. How many rings do you have total?
Like 10.
So
Thank
you're
you. I
just
kept
like
asking
Shang-Chi.
I kept asking that last session, and you won't answer.
Because I know you'd use it against me.
I like how you
I
both
was
looked up
genuinely
immediately after that comment.
Dude, I was genuinely curious of how many freaking rings you had.
Could money theoretically start boxing up like that?
Boxing up that we know how many rings he has?
No.
I have ideas on how to use him.
Could money fight
Okay,
like Shang-Chi?
hold on. So I got questions. You guys are taking the Senyinians to court for what exactly?
Sending a bioweapon that caused the entire virus.
Let's be clear here with words.
For sending
We're
a
taking them to court for a couple of reasons. Like, there's not one singular reason. Could we just make an article with like clauses?
Yes,
As
but
in
right now I'm
prosecution?
typing up the reasons for the purposes of pinging both sides.
Okay, then for the very first reason, like write down creating the weapon of mass destruction related. Sorry, the weapon that is responsible for this. What would be the word? Pandemic? Is it global enough to be a pandemic?
Yes.
Okay, then yeah. Creating and causing this pandemic. Well, creating this the words. I can't speak. Cody, you know what I'm trying to say.
I'm not paying attention.
Oh my. Okay, what do you have written, Scubas?
Creating the weapon that is responsible for this pandemic.
Okay.
Word of advice as your lawyer. Probably specify what this pandemic is.
I mean, does it even have a name?
No, but you could just put like slime
What?
pandemic or something.
You could just say the spots.
The
The slime pandemic.
All right. What's the second item on the accusations?
Defamation of avant-gardist as the cause behind this pandemic.
What's item number 3?
Is that worded correctly?
Defamation of avant-gardists as the cause behind this pandemic. Yeah. This pandemic having already been specified in item number 1.
Yeah, so it has a name to it. Bless you.
God damn.
Oh my god.
Bless you.
I'll be right back.
Oh, yeah, you take that rest.
Clause number 3. What should we say? What's the word? What's the best way to word it? Breaking the Treaty of Slippery Hands via sending a bioweapon responsible for this outbreak to avant-gardist. For sending the bioweapon.
Okay.
Cody, what's with that face?
Oh, nothing.
So how do you have it written down so far?
Breaking the Treaty of Slippery Hands for sending a bioweapon.
For sending the bioweapon responsible for this outbreak to avant-gardist. With prior knowledge of the epidemic. Sorry, with prior knowledge of the pandemic that it can cause. And without disclosing the information of what this was. Actually, wait, what's a better way to word that? Sending the what? Sending the bioweapon responsible for the pandemic to avant-gardist without disclosing its contents or what it truly was under a false guise.
Hold on.
Is that like a
Sending the
right way to say
pandemic
it?
to Avantgardists without what? Without disclosing.
Without disclosing what it under false premises, under guise, it actually. Basically, I'm trying to say that they sent the bioweapon
Under the guise of a lover?
Not exactly under the guise of a lover, but specifically in the sense of like they sent this bioweapon to Avantgardist under false pretenses or like with the what's the wording? I'm basically trying to say that they sent a sleeper bioweapon to us and made preparations for this and knew what it was and didn't divulge any kind of information, and they sent it under false pretenses, knowing that this would happen. I'm not having the best time with words right now.
This could be a rough one.
For sending the bioweapon responsible for the pandemic to Avantgardists without providing proper information and under false pretenses?
Mm,
I mean, sounds like
that still leaves things open for interpretation. Like, I want it to be clear that they knew what this was in advance and sent it to us, expecting this to happen.
they created a bioweapon, sent it to us, knowing it was a bioweapon, knowing full well what it's capable of, made preparations showing evidence that they knew what it was, made a public announcement.
Okay, so they made a public announcement defaming Avantgardists and blaming us for the outbreak. They made the bioweapon and made preparations in advance. They broke the treaty of non-aggression via sending this sleeper bioweapon to Avantgardists, knowing full well its contents and what it could cause, and didn't divulge any information about it. They literally sent it under false pretenses. So there's infraction 1, they made this pandemic and essentially created this disease. 2, they are defaming Avantgardists by placing us under blame for the creation and conception of this disease. They broke the previous non-aggression treaty, and they sent this bioweapon under false pretenses to Avantgardists in a way that you could not tell that it was a bioweapon.
I mean, the way she appeared was outright misleading to our eyes.
Yeah, it was under false pretenses.
So, sending the bioweapon responsible for the pandemic to Avantgardists without providing proper information under false pretense that it was not a bioweapon?
Yeah.
Okay, what's item number 4 then? If any?
Which ones do we have written so far?
Creating the weapon, defamation, and breaking the treaty.
And sending the bioweapon to us without, divulging that it was a bioweapon under false pretenses, and
which includes breaking treaty.
Yeah, which is like all of this falls under like the treaty was broken the moment that they sent Slime Life over, knowing full well that they made preparations. Right, and add another like we cannot let out the fact that they had prior knowledge to what this would cause and had like they made preparations for this.
So you want to put item number 4 is having prior knowledge and not sharing it?
Make that one be the false pretenses one. Like sending it to Avantgardist under false pretenses of
That
it
it was
not being
not
a
a
bioweapon.
bioweapon and having already prepared for when it detonates is, I guess, a good term.
I suppose, yeah. Like they had prior, they sent it under false pretenses, knowing what it was, didn't divulge that information to us.
Yeah. Okay, so under the false pretense that it was not a bioweapon and secretly preparing for when it activated.
Called.
Yes.
I guess I should probably pipe up about this, but let's like use our brains for 2 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
Where's the evidence? How are you gonna prove that they had false pretenses? How are you gonna prove all this shit?
If y'all want, y'all can request a zone of truth to be placed. Or a liar, liar,
Yeah.
pants on fire.
Which one would be more accurate but funny? Which one is more accurate?
Probably more the zone of truth.
Or are they just both equally accurate?
I'm like, they both do the same thing. One attempts to set someone on fire when they lie, and the other forces the truth, so. They both have their flaws.
One forces the full truth, one sets your pants on fire when you lie.
So what would you guys want to put down as number 4 or number 5, if any?
What do we have so far?
Rating the weapon as responsible for the slime pandemic. Defamation of avant-gardists as the cause behind this pandemic. Breaking this treaty of slippery hands for sending the bioweapon responsible for the pandemic to avant-gardists without providing proper information on the false pretense that it is not a bioweapon, secretly preparing for when it activates.
Why don't we just throw in there just like racial discrimination between like they have like slurs for Avantians in their nation?
All right, article number 4, racial discrimination. Anything else?
Okay, no, not racial discrimination, but more so like what?
Nation discrimination.
Like nation prejudice, like them wanting to, like they've been trying to instigate conflict a couple of times, have they not?
So number 4 would be nation discrimination. Number 5 would be instigating conflict.
I mean, I don't think those two are good enough to be clauses right now, specifically based on the grounds of what the original trial is. It would be getting out of hand.
Yes, it would be.
So we should just focus on those 3 clauses, like the first 3 clauses. Cody, what do you think?
This is all you two, bro.
What do you mean this is all you two? You're involved in this too. You're the nation leader. If anybody has anything to say, it's you.
I mean, I guess.
Hey, let the big homie be himself. You handle politics.
Basically, to be honest.
I mean, has this not been the avant-gardist route the entire time? Jervis is like the leader figure, and I'm over here kind of handling the politics side of things.
Wow, just like
So
Virginia.
he's George W. Bush and you're Hillary.
Wait, Virginia does the same thing with Jack and the commissioner, don't they?
Yeah.
Like Jack just fights things. The commissioner is
It's
the one.
gonna be
in charge of
so
politics.
fucking funny if it's we get to court. It's just gonna be me and Blackjack and like this, just the side stands. Do you know what the fuck is going on? No.
Well, Jack has to be called to the stand. Didn't he make the slime life?
Well, I'm like, he's gonna be called regardless because he's one of the nation leaders there. Same reason Drivius is gonna get called, regardless of like Drivius knowing anything. He's gonna get called anyway and put in the stands.
Jervis, brush up on your politics.
I think you're all meanie dunderheads.
Your politics, they bore me. You're a nation leader. What do you mean?
Cody, no, get out of the closet. Cody, come out of the closet, my man. You're good. We'll accept
What is he
you.
getting?
I don't know.
Not
Does
the
the- okay.
tree, not the tree.
Okay, Scumbus, don't we have like third-party associates that like?
So
what's
would
the
you like to
word?
bring in third? Okay, so first of all, you're only coming in for the 3 charges, correct?
Mm, can we add under those clauses that we demand reparations?
Cody, my man, it's okay. You can come out of the closet. We will accept you.
Okay. All right. What do you demand out of this?
Money and Cody, I need you both here for this.
I'm ready for some politics.
What's going
Okay.
on?
We're demanding stuff.
The demanding war.
The first thing that we demand, I mean, at least I would say we demand,
No,
is
we're not demanding war.
no, not war,
Yeah, he caught it.
not war. After all, there's better ways to cripple a nation.
I mean, I have an idea if money lets
But
me do it.
we demand monetary reparations, just at the get-go.
Why monetary if not, say, some other thing of value? Like, their golem force.
You want the
Thank you.
Senyenyan workforce that belongs to the Grand Commissioner.
Can't the Grand Commissioners be like, don't work anymore?
It'll be a loss of golems and a loss of workers.
Monetary and what? Just reconstruction reparations?
On monetary reparations, and then what else?
Would what reparations not encompass like monetary and rebuilding efforts?
Well, right now it's just monetary reparations.
Okay. I would say monetary and reparations, like monetary reparations and just the sending a workforce to help build the nation. Like just, I don't know, give us a couple of
Okay,
golems.
loaning the Senyenyan workforce.
Loaning the Senyenyan workforce. And gentlemen, do we ask for some to just stay with us? Some golems for us, period?
Can if you want. Probably shouldn't do that though.
Yeah, I was gonna say if they
Don't they
invade
have
you,
like
then
don't they have like golems like crazy? How many would you if you had to give a number? If
I
you
won't give a
could.
number, but I will put an image in your mind. I'm a horse, and I'm shaking my head yes.
Okay. So a lot. Okay. We have monetary and just rebuilding efforts written down as reparations, right?
I like how no one's thought of, hey, how about a cure for slime wave stuff?
Yep.
I don't know. That would have been my first thing, at least.
I mean, we'll get to that in a moment, right? First things first, let's think of
Okay.
what we can
So
take.
monetary reparations, loaning the Senyenyan workforce, permanently providing. Wait. Providing permanent golems.
A number of permanent golems, not an infinite number, just, you know.
Okay. Anything else beyond those 3 things?
How do you have them written so far?
Monetary reparations, loaning the Senyenyan workforce, providing a number of permanent golems.
Cure for slime life.
They won't have a cure.
What'd you say, Money?
I said, like, I'd assume they wouldn't have a cure since, I mean, this whole virus is kind of just starting off.
I would say cooperations and widespread demand for every nation. Just not just us, just every nation, period.
We could also bring all
How
the
can
other
I make
nations-
money off of medicine?
Cooperation and widespread demand for every nation.
Hold up. Go back.
I mean, we could bring all the other
We can earn
nations
money off of
in on this
medicine.
courtroom.
Hold up.
No, boy.
Okay, who knows how to make medicine?
Nobody. What?
Phospho?
No.
Phospho?
Actual medicine?
Alchemy is medicine. A healing potion counts as medicine.
Oh, yeah, fair enough.
I would assume that with the collaboration efforts of Phospho, Molimo, and Bosfin.
And as you guys are aware, Senyenya does have exports of chemical stuff too.
We could take that.
We could put tariffs on their nation.
They do export things like shimmer.
They what?
It's just like
They export
glowy purpley
shimmer?
stuff.
I know what shimmer is. I'm just they export shimmer. What's a list of things? What's a list of things that we could demand from Senyenya?
Chemicals, technology, workforce.
Can we consult the necromancer on this?
How?
Not right now, no. What do you think he's doing?
I don't know.
Stand ready
Yelling
for my
slur.
arrival, Worm.
Yelling slurs at something or just fighting someone? That sounds like
Oh,
what he
he's
would do.
fighting someone,
Yeah.
all right.
That's Nyenya.
Is he fighting Senyenya right now? Is he still fighting Senyenya?
I'm just gonna answer that with my own questions. Who do you think sent the necromancer? To Senyenya.
We did.
Who do you think combined the two halves of the necromancer together?
We did.
And which one of the kids does the necromancer have the power of currently?
I think the
Wow.
combination one could be argued.
I mean, if anything, we try to stop it.
Did try to stop it, that is very true. But y'all did bring him over to the necromancer.
Unknowingly. Like, hey, Alaric, we're looking for the necromancer.
Yeah, you know what else you did unknowingly?
You abused the slime life.
I'm not hearing it.
And Cody broke the crystal.
I did that one knowingly.
You didn't know what would happen, though.
Yeah, I do know what would happen.
That was a butterfly effect. We keep that one under wraps.
Crazy how that started a world war.
We keep that under wraps, gents, don't we?
The newspaper 2 months from now.
How would they
Anyway.
realistically know?
There were no survivors in that town, were there?
I cannot answer that. I can just say that the city was razed to the ground,
Okay.
as well as many other areas near it.
Okay. What do we have so far on the list of demands?
Monetary reparations, loaning the Senyenyan workforce, providing a number of permanent golems.
Do you guys have something you want?
We
Cannons.
want some of their like technology.
All right, Senyenyan technology.
I would like to update that specifically to include the words, because Senyenya technology is very broad. I would like it instead to be saying Senyenya gives and collaborates in their technological efforts by sharing their technology with avant-gardists, free of charge.
Okay.
And I want to just include under like the technology parenthesis anything that falls under the umbrella of STEM, like IRL STEM.
Why would you
So
know?
science-
Like so. Okay. How would you word that in this case?
Science, technology, engineering, and mathematics, which would encompass chemistry in there as well. So an importation of their technological goods, their devices, their
Okay.
chemical creations, biological creation, etc. Basically that list.
Okay. What else would you like to demand?
Mm. I would like to demand, at least me personally, this is just two things I would like to demand, but one of them more leaning for just the good of everyone here. Specifically, to open up a... Oh, what's the best way to say it?
You're gonna say trade routes, and there's no point.
No,
already
it's
built.
not trade routes. It's not trade routes. Trade routes were open, and they kind of just, did that. So now we're extracting from them as recompense.
There was no trade routes to be opened.
I would like for them, like demands for avant-gardists to be recognized as a nation in their own nation and not in a defamatory or racial prejudiced way. More so on the grounds of existing and coexisting rather than, these dongers.
All right. For avant-gardes to be recognized as a nation in a non-defamatory way. Okay. Also, yeah, they do call you dongers, huh?
Yeah.
Donger this, donger that. All you dongers.
I mean, I don't think that's a bad request. I mean,
Yeah. Could just put
having
like
them
yeah.
legally.
And they also have bongers for females.
Yeah, having them legally recognize our nation as like not one of killing people all the time and more bloodshed and
These
more
unoriginal
bloodshed.
fucks. I figured out what the donger shit is finally. Raise
What
your
is it?
dongers is a catchphrase coined by the League of Legends player Michael Santana.
Is that where it's from?
Better known by his online handle, I'm not even gonna try and say that. That is associated with the champion character Heimerdinger. Although its precise meaning is
the
unclear.
Grand Commissioner trying to be Heimerdinger?
Let me ask him.
Although its precise meaning is unclear, the phrase has since been adopted by his fans on the live video chatting service Twitch Chat, along with its.
Hey,
Whoa.
you're on speaker. Do you want to be Heimerdinger?
For what?
DnD.
What does this mean? What does it mean?
The dongers are asking.
I want to be Heimerdinger. Yeah, what do you mean? You gotta be like, what do you mean?
Is that what he's trying to be?
Is that what you're trying to be? Heimerdinger from League of Legends. Is that what you're trying to be?
I don't know who Heimerdinger is.
What? Why did I join it?
You're on speaker.
Yeah, you're on speaker. We're on speaker to the Avantians.
Oh,
Right now.
okay.
Oh, hey, they didn't call you dongers.
Yeah, I don't know what you mean by. I don't know who Heimerdinger is, and I don't know what you mean by do I want to be Heimerdinger.
Well, shoot, are we doing it now? Are we suing? Are we getting sued now?
Not at this moment, but just yes or no.
Wait,
What do you mean?
what do you mean? What are they asking?
They're asking if your oh so lorded Grand Commissioner Egbert the Colby wishes to be Heimerdinger.
Don't answer anything. Don't answer.
Wait. No, I was talking to Paul. I wasn't
Does that
talking
motherfucker know?
Don't answer anything. We're not in court yet, so don't answer anything.
Yeah. I number one, I don't know who Heimerdinger is, and I still don't know. You got to be more specific. I'm not. Yeah.
All right, well, you heard it here first, folks. They won't answer anything until court happens. All right, thank you for your time.
So they admitted.
All right. So, anything else you'd like to demand from them?
What's the list?
Monetary reparations, loaning the Senyenyan workforce, providing a number of permanent golems. Senyenyan gives and collaborates in technological efforts via sharing all their technology to avant-gardes free of charge. Any and all science, technology, engineering, and mathematics, whether it be physical creations or knowledge, are included. And for avant-gardes to be recognized as a nation in a non-defamatory way.
Right, one thing for me. I would like to demand one thing.
Okay. Another wife, because you're already getting one.
No. Oh.
Did you not catch that?
Catch what?
Never mind.
So what are you demanding, money?
I'd like to demand one, that page, and two, that prosthetic Evan has.
You're gonna have to be more specific on the page.
Okay. How do I specify this?
Okay, first of all, I can do the prosthetic. The magical prosthetic in Canon's possession. That you fine with that wording? Canon is who is Evan's character.
Yeah. A specified color, purple.
Okay.
How do I specify the page? The Chinese one.
The what?
The Chinese page in Canon's possession.
There was this page written Chinese that I needed for something crucial.
I know what you're talking about. You're talking about the numbers. The numbers. The coordinates, if you will.
What?
Are you not talking about the coordinates necessary to go and achieve heaven?
No, that's the diary, goofy.
I'm gonna keep it 100, bro. I would probably ask for that if I were you.
Okay. The diary that belongs to Canon.
Diary of Dio, what was it called?
In this world, it's the Diary of Canon.
The Diary of Canon. All right.
Canon is Evan's character.
All right, then. I'd like.
So, purple magical prosthetic in Canon's possession. The Chinese page in Canon's possession. The diary that belongs to Canon.
I don't remember what was the dynasty called. The page belonged to that nation, right?
You mean
Okay. The only Asian place in the world is the Shogunate. That's like
Yeah.
the Asian.
The Shogunate page.
Okay.
The Shogunate page in his possession, because that's the only place that canonically speaks Chinese.
It's called something different, but it's basically Chinese. I'll just put the language name.
All right.
I recognize you. Squid Game. Okay, Squid Game. All right. Anything else y'all would like to request?
Cody, do you have anything?
Y'all want like their giant ape or something?
No,
We're not taking.
that's theirs, bro.
That's theirs. We don't want to take.
Bro,
it.
that's just
Oh,
disrespectful. You can't be taking away people's pets, bro.
yeah. That's
Also
a
the
line we
same
don't
I
cross.
mean,
Anyway, so is that all?
I think, me personally, right? Do they have freedom of religion on their country?
Let me go ask.
all right,
You're
so,
on speaker
question,
again. Do you have freedom of religion? You're on speaker. Do you have freedom of religion in your nation?
To an extent.
All right, thank you for your time.
Wait. Can you ask them to elaborate on that? Or?
God.
Court, save it for the court.
Okay, they said to save it for the court.
Yeah.
They're not answering any other questions.
What's up, Mike?
Okay. Well.
so do I have to be there for this court thing? Seeing
If you
as I
want.
just got introduced?
It depends when it happens, first of all. Because we'd have to gather 2 parties for that.
Yeah, and that usually takes a bit.
Which, granted, all they're
But,
missing is basically Evan.
Okay. And secondly, once again, so far, still seeing the fact that no one's asked for the cure for the pink spots.
They don't have
that
a cure,
falls-
brother.
That falls under.
The,
That falls under the
any and all
clause of-
technologies to be shared.
Yeah,
Okay.
that falls under that clause. It's why I worded it the way that I wanted to word it. Because it
Okay.
basically encompasses all technological advances.
So nothing after the diary. Y'all don't want any other demands?
Cody wants the $2 bill.
I have one demand, but that comes via a follow-up question, which is regarding the freedom of
Man, I
Then
can't
I
wait for
wanted
y'all
to-
to sue them again later.
what? Ain't no way they're doing this again. Well, I was gonna demand a church to be opened up in the New World, belonging to Soma.
Okay.
Did it just say
The opening
Springtrap?
and spread of the Church of Soma in Senyenya. Senyenya does not
Mhm.
control the entirety of the New World, so I'm only going to specify Senyenya.
That's fine.
Anything else?
I don't know. This one isn't really a demand. I guess, but more of an
For
ask.
Senyenya to follow a code of ethics. Cripple their nation in the process.
True.
Quick convention.
I mean, like, obviously, I just want us to be like true allies at the end of the day, but this is more or less an ask from Blackjack. If he could teach me something. Could he teach me the Kaioken technique?
Okay, for Blackjack to teach Kaioken to Drivius. Alright, is that all? You know anything else? Like
What-
the releasing of the Necromancer's kids, or like the ethics thing, or like...
Huh, we should ask for that, huh? But they're not gonna budge on the kids. Could we get the
You
necromancer
think they're
as a
budging on everything
prostitute?
else?
No, they're not gonna budge on anything. But I mean, realistically, do they have any grounds to stand on? They basically caused this global pandemic to
Actually, yeah, I
happen.
think I would like the ethics code to be added in there.
Which is why I was gonna say one last
Okay.
clause.
For Senyenya to follow avant-gardist ethics.
Hmm.
Anything else?
I was
Damn.
gonna add on to that. If these clauses, if all of these clauses, or at least the ones that are agreeable to avant-gardist, stand and what's the wording? I want to basically say that if these clauses, these demands are met by Senyenya, specifically the ones that are agreeable to avant-gardists, because realistically speaking, some of the ones that are thrown in there are kind of throwaway duds to kind of like,
Yeah.
get rid of those eventually and then arrive to the ones that we do want. At least in my opinion, that's how I'm playing this politics-wise. To make a more agreeable demand by like getting rid of some eventually in the process. But what I want is to have it so that if these demands are met and are in agreeable terms with avant-gardist, that we will continue a relationship of equally helping one another as countries rather than waging war on each other.
So Senyenya and
Something
Avantgardist are to form an alliance.
I wouldn't say alliance, more so of coexistence. Like it's not at the level of an alliance where like
How
Pact
about
of
just call it a
coexistence?
non-hostility agreement?
I mean they've broken that already. Direct or
After y'all
indirect.
broke it first.
Okay, but that was money trying to steal an arm.
Now it's teeter-totter back to fairgrounds, I guess.
Yeah, it's teeter-totter back to fairgrounds, which is why I want to say that if these demands that we have, or at least the ones that we actually want, are met, that we will establish a friendly relationship between Senyenya and Avantgardist in the sense that we will help them and they will help us. And it won't just be because I'm gonna be real. I think the biggest and hardest demand that we have there is them giving us technological advances and all that stuff. It is probably the biggest one, I would think. I mean, Scubas, what do you think? Is that probably the biggest one on there?
The technology sharing, yeah.
Okay, well, I would think that's the biggest one, but I wouldn't want it to just be like us leeching off of them. More so the fact that if they cooperate with us, we will cooperate with them.
Well, yeah, no shit. It's obviously going to be
That's-
a vice versa. That would just be completely unfair.
Oh, I mean, we could realistically just screw them over in court and do that. Like, we could just do that to them.
Yeah, but
But we're trying to be the good guys here, okay? And I want this to be beneficial to us first before it's mutually beneficial to them. Which is why I want it to be worded specifically. If these demands are met, then it will be like a symbiosis. Not in that specific wording, but Scobus, you understand what I'm trying to say, right?
Sorry, I was messaging the Senyenyans. What?
I was trying to say that the way that I want it to be worded out is specifically if the demands that are agreeable to avant-gardist are met, that instead of it being us demanding those reparations and like just keeping that we will cooperate with them and it won't just be a take situation. It'll
Yeah,
be
so-
a symbiotic like relationship where we help them and they help us. We cooperate with one another.
So yeah, if the demands that are agreeable to Avantgardist are met, Senyenya and Avantgardist are to form a pact of coexistence.
I feel like that like coexistence is a
Coexistence was the word you used earlier.
yeah, I know. I'm just you do understand what I'm trying to say though, right? Like specifically.
Would you rather
in the
I've
sense of,
replaced
like,
with a pact of symbiosis?
symbiosis is quite the word to not use. My bad. But you understand what I was trying to reach, like to get to, right?
Yeah.
More so
But
that
it's
we're
up
not
to you guys to
constantly-
do the wording. So
Oh yeah, I know. I'm probably not the best one to word things because I flourish words. Cody is more direct and simple, so he would probably be the best person to vocally speak on this matter.
So, if the demands are met, then we can go into an agreement where they help us, we help them, two-way street of assistance.
Yeah. Let's tack one additional clause on there for funnies to just really get at them.
What would that be?
The release of the necromancer's kids.
You're gonna want to be more specific on that.
Okay, sorry. Yeah, that does leave a lot open for interpretation. What's a good word to use? A good way to say it?
Do
Release
you
the
want to like
children.
return like Blackjack returns the kids he took from the necromancer back to the necromancer or something?
Okay, Senyenya is to return the rightful property of the necromancer in Alaric.
Property?
That's
Properties are no, not property.
That is
Kids,
a wild word.
kids.
Look, the
fam, okay, okay.
necromancer is gonna see it as a property. Let's just be honest.
Okay. Listen,
Only
listen.
half of the
That was-
actually
that was
only yeah, only half of the necromancer.
That was pre-Alaric necromancer. We're
Okay.
trying to help him
Senyenya-
change and make
Sen-
amends.
Senyenya is to release the containment of the necromancer's
Family,
family.
and all associated property taken from the necromancer. And then, like in parentheses, I just want to put down, like, just how do I word this one?
Senyenya is to release the necromancer's family and all associated property taken from the necromancer back to the necromancer.
In addition to that, but have it be overseen by the. I mean, they can't fight the necromancer, so like, wait, what? I was gonna
Also,
say
I
like,
will most likely be providing a judge for this case. NPC wise. Of course, I'm going to be the judge regardless, but you know what I mean.
yeah, but in addition to that,
It's
addition to
not
that-
going to be Malimo.
Damn.
Because unfortunately, Malimo would be too biased.
yeah,
What?
Yeah, I get a completely unbiased character for something like this.
in addition to this, would you throw?
Bold.
Would you give us a prosecutor NPC as well?
Possibly.
It'd be both. It would be both sides.
A prosecutor and defense attorney.
Yeah, probably. I'd probably give you both sides an attorney. Yeah.
Because legally speaking, who's going to oversee this trial? I'm assuming some kind of god or whatever.
I mean,
Well-
a fuck Mothering Empire could do it.
God is certainly way to go. A god.
Yeah, nope, he'd be biased.
I mean, I'm sure you have a god of like law and contracts in there somewhere
Yeah.
in your wide list of deities. Money, why are you laughing?
There actually is not really laws, but there's a god of rules and fair play.
You're so right.
There is Tavari, the Grand Arbiter. So
Yeah, and he's not biased. Well, do you okay? In canon, do you have Tavari like deal with that type of stuff?
not all the times, but yes.
So I would assume that when Tavari goes to court, it would be something like Ace Attorney.
Yeah. It does get game like, especially since it's D&D. So you guys literally like take turns like throwing evidence.
Take that. Objection. Hmm.
All right. You guys have been so Tavari will most likely be the judge presiding over the case. Um, and actually, thanks to somebody, you've just gotten your lawyer, your attorney.
Huh? Who's the attorney?
It's up to you guys. Will either A, learn when the time comes, or B, ask the one responsible.
Money, what attorney do we have?
Damn, ask him, money.
Oh,
Why me?
Because I'm not stupid.
Also, money 10 seconds ago.
oh wait,
Why?
are we gonna get to know who Money's attorney, aka his best friend, aka his "Can I have a private conversation?" Is?
Okay, look, is a lawyer not allowed to speak to his client in private? God.
Hmm.
Wait, does this mean that because of the NDA, Money's the only one that can verbally represent us?
All right.
I don't know what NDA
so,
you're referring to, but
Oh well, I just thought it was Money's homie home slice dog Tua.
Okay. Look, gentlemen, if you
Uh-huh.
wish to know, my lawyer is an individual named Yin.
Who?
Yin.
okay. Before continuing, is there any other demands, or am I free to send the message out?
Can we see the what's the list so far? Like, could we read it?
I'll put it in D&D.
Okay.
Oh well, that
Let's
pinged
read this
everybody. I didn't realize there was an Avantians ping.
Okay. Well. I feel like slime pandemic is a little small. Could we write? Could you include the word global in front of that? Because as per your word, it is a global.
Okay, for the global
Pandemic.
slime pandemic. Anything else?
I mean, is it global? You said it
Yeah,
was.
it's global.
Right? Didn't you say
Anything
it was
else?
global? Okay. Sending by weapons on chat. What do you think?
I mean, repeat that? I gotta zone that for a second.
Read the chat in DnD. What are we thinking, chat?
I think we need to specify for the permanent golems that they are not to be discharged by the Sunyanians remotely to be under our full control.
Okay.
Agreed.
Providing a number of permanent
they-
golems that are fully under the control of Avantgardists.
Without any kind of secondary triggers or sleeper activations.
Any sort of mechanism that would take away or rip ownership from the avant-gardists would mean breaking whatever like next treaty we shall make.
Okay.
The purple magical prosthetic in Canon's possession, the Showa Shogunate language page in Canon's possession, the diary that belongs to Canon, the opening and spread of the Church of Soma and Senyanya, for Blackjack to teach Kaioken to Trivius, for Senyanya to follow
right.
avant-gardist ethics.
I currently have the left arm in my possession, right?
Yeah, you're currently using the left arm.
Okay, I want to specify the right arm purple magical prosthetic.
Be very specific, yeah.
The right gravitational magical purple prosthetic.
Okay.
Mm. Okay. Cody, Money, what do you guys think?
Let's put down the specification for the opening and spread of the Church of Soma and Zanyanya. Not allowed to destroy the church,
Defame.
defame.
Not allowed to destroy, defame, or hurt the church or its tenants in any way, shape, or form. Doing so will be a violation of the treaty.
Mhm.
So
Well,
okay.
doing so will be in
Soma and
violation
Zanyanya without
of-
any harm or defamation.
Yeah, with no harm or defamation to the church
During or
or
post-
its tenants and its visitors.
During
I mean, tenants
and,
encompasses that.
during and post construction, and no Zanyanya like
Pre, during, and post construction, and no propaganda, painting
and
it
no,
in a bad
yeah,
light.
and no
That would go under
additional
defamation.
Okay, yeah.
and no additional like Zanyanya. Oh, what would be the word for this?
What, discrimination?
Not discrimination. Like it's something for like. Fuck. Like okay,
Describe it.
I'm thinking of like not allowing Senyenya to place say like a quote unquote ticking time bomb on the
Yeah, no harm or anything. Actually, Scubus, would it be better to just like ask for a patch of land in Senyia to be recognized as avant-gardist territory and have the church be built upon that terrain? Like, would that be better?
Hold on. What?
Would it be better to demand land from them in the new world and like have the church be on that land recognized as official like avant-gardist territory over there?
Up to you guys.
I feel like asking for land is not a bad idea, but at the same time, what do you guys think?
It's your church. It's your decision.
I mean, yeah.
Scubus, if the church is on Sinjinyan land, would it fall under their tariffs of application?
Yeah.
They be exempt. Okay. And what laws would affect it, if I could ask?
I cannot tell you that. That's just it. I can't
Okay,
tell you
well.
the Sin Union laws. You don't know them.
Okay, fair enough.
Just remember, they have a despot.
What's a despot?
Dictator.
I don't know what that word means. Oh, they have a dictator, right? Well, I demand land. I would at least like a patch of land over there where a church could be established in an official area of it that could be seen or legally recognized as avant-gardist territory, and the opening of a church over there of Soma alongside housing for its tenants and tenants and visitors.
Housing would already go under the church itself. No, just build a huge church.
Yeah.
No.
You're getting land too, so.
Okay. Yeah. Specifically, that is recognized as ours.
Yeah, land that is owned by avant-gardists.
Yeah, and if they were to attack it or impose any kind of propaganda, tariffs, or whatever on it, then it would be directly in like offense to us because it's trying to impose tariffs on our terrain. Like legally speaking, it would be our land, so they would be attacking
Okay,
the
there's
nation.
no tariffs to be applied to the church.
No tariffs, no defamation. It's all written there, right? Like the
Defamation's
defamation
already there.
stuff,
Tariffs weren't though.
no attacks on them.
No sabotage.
No sabotage, no attacks, no discrimination, no nothing.
What about spies? No spy.
That would go under sabotage.
Okay.
Yeah. And specifically stated, if we do make a treaty, if we reach that coexistence, if the demands are met, and this church has to be there for this to even be a symbiotic, cooperative beginning.
Actually,
If
I straight up can't type anything more. I have 0 characters left. I'm at the max message. I have exactly 0 characters left to use.
My bad. Apologies. So what do you have written so far? Can you send it in DnD, the revision?
Okay.
If you want Scoopas, I can just copy it to my Google Docs and then send it to you.
Google Doc.
Holy shit.
Okay.
That's a lot, guys. That's a lot.
Yeah, I know. Ideally, some of these are throwaways, so we can reach what we actually want from them. Which, in my opinion, the things that we would really want here, out of anything, is A, reparations, and the collaboration of technological efforts. B, that church to be open there in terms of having ground and terrain over there, as long as that ground is there and it's not under any threat or attack from Sinyenya, then the treaty stands. But the second they breach it over there, they breach the full contract.
Y'all can. This is just the demands. A full contract will get drafted up after the case.
Okay, cool. But just a forewarning, a heads up of it, right? I would personally say, I don't know about you guys, but I would personally say that the biggest things on this list are reparations, the collaboration of technological efforts, the church and terrain over there, specifically because we would have some kind of stake in the new world, and the demands not being agreeable. If demands are agreeable, then a coexistence pact alongside the ethics and
But is this fine to send as is, lads?
avant-garde to be organized innovation and not into a famine. Yeah.
Okay.
What do you guys think?
I think that's good for now.
Cody?
All right, I'm sending
Are you
it.
sure?
Yep.
3,
Okay.
2, 1, go.
I wonder if they're outraged or angry. I feel like knowing them, they would get angry reading this.
We shall wait.
You'll know in about
Scubas, do indeed let us know if you start getting messages
Start getting what?
flooded with DMs.
We'll see. We'll see. Oh. Good lord.
Did it start already?
Glad I don't have a noise that plays.
Okay. One Punch Man Season 3 trailer.
Is everything okay, Scubas?
No, I think you just started World War, what, 3, 4?
That's okay.
Damn, even their least active member got on.
Y'all just straight fucked up, didn't you? Yeah.
Hey man, if they want war, we still have a couple of allies to call upon.
Could you share with the class what you've gotten so far? If there's anything you could
No, I
share
don't
in
think I
terms of
can.
reactions?
Some of it is related to the court case that is upcoming, so no, I can't.
I mean, seeing as I'm not going to follow the court case, you can tell me.
Can you answer this question? Have we been called any kind of defamatory word?
Not over message.
That's not a no.
Man. Can't believe this. I might just like
Can't believe
go make cereal and let these messages build.
how many are you getting?
Not that many.
How many are you at now?
Not that many.
Is that the 20s?
Not that many.
30s?
Has it broken
Not
the
that
double
many.
digits?
40?
Not that many.
50?
Scubas, has it broken
Not
the
that
triple
many.
digits yet?
45?
I have not been getting that many messages.
Are they just mostly chatting away in one of their own chats?
Probably. But I'm just saying, I haven't been getting many messages.
45?
Why are you throwing numbers? I'm not getting that many messages.
Well, I mean,
You answered
Alright,
differently on
Scuba.
one of the numbers. So
Scubas,
seeing
genuine
what
question. Has it
sticks.
broken 20?
Not that many.
Not that many. Alright. So,
I just
Yeah,
need to
no,
know, are they angry?
Or maybe. But y'all have an attorney. There's gonna be a little judge. I need to see who the Senyanians are getting.
I mean, wouldn't a fair defense attorney and like prosecutor both know, like, hey, these guys did make a global pandemic?
They also have the option of just representing themselves.
Listen, man, you don't go to court without a lawyer.
Hey, how
That's
it's
at least
basically
my-
going to work is just straight up like their representative, y'all's representative, arguing. All of y'all's arguments get filtered through the representative, and then the judge makes a decision.
Scuba's arguing with himself.
Yes.
Literally new.
Well, back to training I go, I guess.
Oh boy. What an interesting thing is gonna happen. I get to look forward to court after the MCAT. Yippee!
Or before, depending.
Really?
Court could happen today, even.
Really?
But probably not. Because it is
I don't
getting
have
a
to
bit late. It is getting a bit late.
Yeah, and I got shit to do tomorrow.
The shitting question.
Literally have to wake up early and take my dad to the hospital, the nurse hospital.
Actually, I'll ask them. You guys are not on speaker. I'm just asking. When do y'all think you're going to be free for the court case? Avantians, you guys good for tomorrow?
Get off at 8 o'clock.
You get off when?
I get off at 8 o'clock.
Okay, so it would probably happen. It would be happening after 8 o'clock if it's tomorrow.
For you guys, it's like around like 7.
Well, okay, yeah, time zone. So for it would be happening after 7 o'clock if it's tomorrow. 4 wouldn't work. One of the Avantians is working. The reason why it'd have to be after 7 is because one of the Avantians is working.
And around 10 to like 12, I'll be busy with my dad.
All right, so tomorrow at 7 works.
I can try to be here at 7. I might get delayed a little bit late.
Okay,
You know
so
how
there
my
might be some
schedule
delays,
is.
but I'm on my phone. You're gonna need to repeat that. I'm on my phone. You're gonna need to repeat that. Not at this current moment due to spectators, but I can join in later once the Avantians end their session. I don't think Evan's current choice is viable within a court case. Storm type activities. Anyway. Yeah, okay. I'll probably be back then. See you. Alright. In that case, I might end the session early to get ready for court tomorrow.
In a scale from 1 to 10, how would you rate the anger?
I mean, like, they weren't that angry.
Well, hey, before we end, do you mind me rolling to see if I catch money?
Oh, that's correct. So actually, the reason why I had you roll because you were ahead in terms of like timeline because you spent some time walking out while they were still talking. So as money's flying over and you get ready to try to catch him, guess who walks out of the cave? Soma and Boulder. And guess what Boulder's carrying?
Are they in front of me?
A crate filled with Boulder buildup.
No.
Unfortunately, Money is unable to truly cancel it unless he opens like a portal or something.
Guess I'll open a portal.
Can I move out of the way?
Unfortunately, Boulder's coming out
Money.
2 last seconds. So everybody make a dex saving throw.
Oh no.
Wonderful. Let me open up Magnus' sheet.
Oh, okay. Okay. I got an unnatural 20.
Okay.
That was
19.
All right, you both get out of the way.
Crazy, all this shit is happening every single.
But money, I just want to state.
You're
if
just
I'm
like
correct in how
meditating to
your
learn to
rings
manipulate his
work-
key. Everyone else, not the Boulder buildup. Boulder's got his
But
very
Money,
own boomer bile. I'll be honest, man.
Money, correct me if I'm wrong. You can only open a portal to a place that a ring is.
Yes, so right where you are specifically.
So one in my hand or one in some flesh monster out there that's eating your face.
one in your hand, because I'm flying towards the one in your hand.
Yeah, that might still send you flying at Boulder if you did that anyways.
He is
I'm
doing
assuming
that.
he's
It's not a
right
question
next to me.
if
The
he's
ring
doing
pull will cancel out. If anything, the ring will make a portal, and I'll actually still end up hitting you anyways. Anyways, I got a 30.
30? Okay.
Flash's wallet.
Let me see that credit card information.
As
No.
wait, hold on. Did you
Let me put your family into more debt. Let me see.
show the dice roll? Show the dice roll.
I got my phone.
Oh, okay. I thought you were actually whipping out your credit card or something.
Dice roll? No. I was fidgeting my wallet. I was doing this, but on the other side.
You might not want to do that on stream, just saying.
I mean, the front of this credit card doesn't have any actual information.
All right. In that case, you all get out of the way as Ome Alma expertly maneuvers around Boulder's bulking frame and continues to fly at Alucard. Alucard, would you like to do anything?
Yes, I want to put my hand out to catch him so that I don't go flying with him and me and him both don't.
All right. Make a strength saving throw.
I'd like to brace using Trevin the Accursed.
Okay.
24.
24 is enough. You catch him.
Low rolls.
You catch him. Boom!
All right. And that'll probably be where I'll end it for today. Hope y'all are ready for court tomorrow. Man, I love D&D. What did you do in D&D?
What do we do in D&D? We set up a court case.
Wait, before you actually officially, Drivius, you told the Minotaurs to start rebuilding somewhat, right? Or at
He
least
hasn't done
cleaning.
anything. He hasn't done anything. He's been quiet this whole session.
Mm.
Yeah, that's basically what Dravius has been doing.
First been Mongolian meditating over there.
Hopeful flex!
You know that is a valid question. What are the other Minotaurs really doing?
Kind of fluffing about, confused, thinking of where they're gonna sleep.
Tell them to start cleaning.
Minotaurs! Start
Huh?
fucking cleaning!
Oh. And they all start cleaning.
Tell them that if they want to sleep, they better start building homes after cleaning too.
I can't force them to not fucking sleep.
Give him that caffeine.
Just like walks up to one of the Minotaurs, decapitates him. Look what you made me do!
Well, I mean,
I
if
don't
we're
think,
gonna do that, hey, Cody.
I don't think we want to do that.
I'm not
Cody.
my uncle. I'm a different.
I mean, hey Cody, if you're gonna do that, mind if I come do it? I could use the soul points.
No. Should have been here like 2 days earlier. Maybe you could have killed
That's
some
so real.
pedophiles.
Whole Minotaur army.
Dinner.
Nom 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 nom.
Man, my vessel is still any progress on its
Buddy,
slightly
quit
healing
jerking
overnight?
off.
Oh, you know what?
No.
I just keep looking up. I just keep looking up and seeing Money shaking his left arm.
There was no healing overnight
no, right
of
on.
the
His
vessel.
fucking right arm.
Like,
Not
a slight
much.
amount of healing.
Yeah, it's
Well, I guess I'll
slowly
leave on my
recovering.
court jacket.
The court jacket.
How long would it? How strong? How long would it actually take for that to occur?
For what to occur?
For the vessel to heal, just over time.
Who knows?
Where's Kaz?
Don't worry, guys. My lawyers got this. You can trust the end.
The hope key. Let me try it. Fuck you.
What about the
So,
Scubus? What about the cube in my
So, Money.
hands?
Are you gonna use the cube for the court case?
I don't know what it's
Somebody! Huh?
The money. Actually, wait, Scuba, are we still? Are we still? Are we cool?
Unfortunately,
and
the
gentlemen
cube
of
will
the
do
jury.
nothing for this court case. I'm saying that now.
Ladies and gentlemen of this court case, I'd like to bring my first evidence to the stand. The cube.
The cube.
Uh,
So you
I
telling
just
me
love
this
the
judge-
mental imagery of you guys like are starting to lose the case. Tavar, I'd like to bring my next witness in.
The cube. He just looks at me all confused. What is wrong with you?
Money pushes Yin over. My evidence.
Nice Mjolnir.
I'd like to bring a witness to the stand. Leo's daddy. The goon.
So, Scuba, are
He
you
does that
still?
sometimes.
Are you still streaming this?
It's still streaming.
Okay.
The Senyanyans are gonna be like, I bring in my witness. No. And in hops in a like skibbity toilet.
Immediately the obliterates it.
I don't think any of us are going to be throwing hands in that court. I'm going to keep it real with you, Chief.
Alright.